Today's true story of the Bible comes from 2 Samuel chapters 5 and 6. David had grown from shepherd boy with a slingshot to a 30-year-old with a king's crown, and all the nation's leaders met with him in Hebron to officially anoint David as king of Israel. To begin his 40 years as king, David's first order of business was to lead his troops to fight the Jebusites and take over the city of Zion. They defeated the Jebusites, something lots of people had said couldn't be done, and renamed Zion the City of David. King David became more and more powerful because God was with him. When the Philistines, still Israel's enemy, heard David had been crowned king of Israel, they tried to capture him. But kings have a way of getting the info. David heard their plans and asked God what to do. God told David he would defeat the Philistines for him. So when David's soldiers defeated the Philistines, he gave the Lord all the credit, saying, "He burst through my enemies like a raging flood." The Philistines tried one more time. Why? But again, the Lord gave David the win. Next, David decided to bring home the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord. The Ark held the stone tablets God had written the 10 Commandments on, and it was a reminder of God's presence and love for Israel. So, makes sense that it was really important to the Israelites. But it had been captured by enemies, then recovered, but never returned to its proper place. When the Ark was brought home to the city of David, everyone celebrated and worshiped God. It was all shouting and tambourines and horns blowing. David danced before the Lord with all his might. Go David, go David, go David, go, go! David's wife, Michal, looked out the window and saw David leaping and dancing before the Lord. She was angry and embarrassed. The ark was placed inside the tent David had prepared for it. Then he offered burnt offerings to the Lord. And when he came home, Michal said, "Oh, how impressive you were as a king today, dancing like that in front of everyone." That, kids, is called sarcasm. She was not impressed. David was like, "I don't care if I make a fool of myself worshiping the Lord. He chose me to be the king over all of Israel, and I'm gonna celebrate him." We should all think more like that. The Ark of the Covenant was a symbol of God's presence with his people. When Jesus came to earth, he went from presence to flesh and blood. Emmanuel, God with us. John chapter 1 verse 14 says, "And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us." God loved us so much that he became physically with us, fully man and fully God. Only Jesus could die on the cross, making a way for us to be forgiven so we can be in God's presence forever. And that is a reason to celebrate.